finally filming this shit. Oh, I forgot to check YouTube. I might have a couple straggler questions on there. Your cheeks are like the halves of a pomegranate. Just saying. Oh, that's so sweet. Wait a minute. Are you talking about this? I got that unicorning for your parents one weekend after they desperately needed some hedonistic cathartic release from your mean, ungrateful ass. No, I got this from being out in the real world and living my beliefs and contributing to biodiversity, which is the #1 thing we can do to help stop climate change outside of, policy. So I was out doing some shit and stumbled into some bugs. It's not... Yeah, the bug bites were so much worse. I've been waiting for them to get better, but that's not working so great. They were, oh my god. They do look better compared to how they do look. Hopefully it'll just be a couple more weeks. Listen, I am too autistic for this shit. If you're gonna insult me, you need to be blatant. I have a wonderful support system. My life is full of people who love me and care about me and support me deeply. So when you say shit like this, I don't know if you're being serious or if you're complimenting me. So I'm just gonna take the compliment route and be happy because I don't hate myself. I stepped on my mask, so I've got a little bit of that kintsugi. Well, sort of. It's not gold flex. It's just this glitter and hot glue, but it'll do for now. Okay, there's something else that I want to do before I get in to these questions. You could say I'm something of a fan. I want to start my own permanent record here for things that people who want to be my simps and in my fandom need to understand. The first of which, #1, everybody must watch ContraPoint's Twilight video. I am suffering no more conflation of kink and crime in this house. No more bedroom police, no more purity culture. I fucking had it. I'm done. First rule. So, you know what? That means that you also need to get your power dynamic bullshit straight. Go fucking watch ContraPoint's Twilight video and stop being a fucking dumbass. Learn to put your kinks into fucking context and eradicate your stupid religious brainwashing so you can keep that in context too. Okay, alright. Calm down. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome to my 10-year corniversary AMA. I have been making porn for 10 years now. We've been on this journey for 10 years together and I have learned so much. It's been an honor to watch your journey. Oh. Would you ever fuck a fun? I happen to be of the belief that I have done lots of fucking of fun things over the years. Now, if this was a typo and you meant, would you ever fuck a fan? No. No, I like you here in your little zone and I like my reality to be over there in its little zone. Can you make more new blasphemy clips, please? Commissions are that way. What's been your favorite religious video to make? This is hard because there's so many. I really love blasphemy. It's so much fun. Kiss the Quran, mostly because I didn't know that was like a thing, and when I did find out it was a thing, I was like, oh, it's so sweet, and I loved it so much, and then I just got carried away. The occult video where I put a call to prayer and like this like culty atmospheric music and I played them at the same time so that it made, oh god, it was just so vibey and fucking cool. And then the other one, Beltane is Better, I think, where I compared like the pagan fire celebration of life where like it's all just like gluttony and food and fucking non-stop because they're celebrating the fires and the passions of life, with Ramadan, which is the month-long celebration of like discipline. And of course, oh my god, of course, the group video with all my friends, that was so much fun. That trip has such a special place in my heart. My pants get air in them. How did you get started? I could not wait to turn 18 and share my naked body with the world. So on my 18th birthday, I did exactly that. I treated myself to a shopping spree at a sex store. Went to a hotel room, and my boyfriend went and fucked my brains out, and we played with all the toys. And then he left to go home, and I was bored, so I started taking nudes and putting them on Reddit and online. It started a fun hobby, and then after that I started doing it more often, and then eventually I started posting my dirty panties, and somebody was like, hey, I want to buy those, and I was like, what the hell, is that a thing? And he was like, yeah, that's a thing. And then I looked it up and I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. So then I started doing it, and then, you know, some amount of time later, after I got a handle on it and figured out, you know, how it all worked and such, I was really nervous about, like, starting it, like, professionally, because, you know, money professionalism comes with, you know, I was really nervous, but, so I just kind of, like, fucked around on my own at first, and then decided to make Full of Fantasies and go pro, which I understand now that there comes a time where your rational brain is asking questions that you want answered with regards to the timeline. So allow me to reiterate, since there's so many newer people here who might have forgotten the ancient lore. I'm an alien. I'm 500. Don't think about it too much. It doesn't matter. The people who need to know. I think there was a follow-up to that, which was like, where do you think you'll go from here? Bro, I never know where I'm going. That's the beauty of this whole fucking thing. I get to be a free-spirited artist who masturbates to pay my bills, and in all the spare time in between, I get to fill it doing whatever the shit I want. Whether it's making porn, or crafting shit, or falling down rabbit holes for literally 4 months straight, getting drunk and losing my shit and yelling at anybody on Twitter who remotely triggers me. Same shit. I do not plan on ever stopping this. The thing about planning. So, buckle up, buddy. My fandom's a roller coaster. It is a long haul roller coaster, and I love it, and you love it. That's why you're here. Has this been your sole financial resource for the last decade? In a deeply technical sense, no. In a more realistic to my actual lived experience in day-to-day life and how I operate and fund my lifestyle, yes. By which I just mean, like, being an artist means that I occasionally do things that y'all don't see, because for the most part, y'all are associated with Full of Fantasies, which is porn. And there's, you know, sometimes it's just easier to not have to worry about the lines blurring. So, like, for example, if I get an urge to make a whole bunch of stuffed animals and sew them all up and throw them up on Etsy and make a little store, I'll do that, or make that income, report that income. It's not technically porn income, but like that $50 profit isn't mine very much, you know. It was more to satisfy an urge than to actually, you know, build something like what FOF is for. Oh, also, I still make like some residual income from like books that I published like before I became FOF. So like it's never more than a couple $100 though. But that's still, you know, it's all beer money. So technically, no, but yeah. How long do you plan on continuing in the industry? Until people get sick of me. When it stops growing and working for me, and people finally get sick of me and are like, fuck off, you dumb bitch. Yeah. And do you have another job or support system financially? It would be okay. I actually don't know this because I actually have not tried myself to go out and seek alternative employment. So I don't know how realistic it is for me to go out in the real world and find a real job. But, you know, I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm a woman. I'll be fine. I need to be milked. God, me too. I've already been filming this video, this vanilla shit for too long. I want to die. I get it. Are there any lessons you think you've learned about people in general through doing this that you wish more people knew, especially stuff you wouldn't really learn from doing other jobs? Oh, baby. We ain't got that kind of time. I have seen things. I have done things. I have learned. I have made mistakes. I have fallen. But the important thing is that I get myself back up. Not everyone is blessed with crippling self-doubt brain worms like I have been, which really makes me sound narcissistic, but you know, whatever, we're going for radical honesty here. There is a difference between insecurity and humility. Sometimes insecurity comes from humility. It comes from knowing that you do not know everything and you don't want to fuck up. Doing sex work, especially starting so young and going into it with the full enthusiasm and control that I exhibited by not pushing my boundaries before I was ready to, before I had a good awareness of the sort of conflicts and suffering and cognitive dissonances that it might disrupt within me, and having the confidence and the vulnerability and the bravery to then do those things and put them out and be done with it, and then let time do what it does, where I learn and I grow and then I decide how to proceed. Sex is sort of a place that people go to blur boundaries. There's this whole process of coming into consciousness that's related to growing up and finding your identity. When you turn 18 and you're finally allowed to be a sexual person, to the public eye, to society, it's like a phase. It's just a brand new phase. You're, finally being able to actually express your sexual journey and how you, again, came into consciousness of your own body, and then how you share that with somebody else, either through art of the erotic or pornographic nature, or through solely pursuing intimate relationships, or some combination of the two. Knowledge is exhausting, and this is why we need art. Everything is connected and everything is happening and things need to fix and unravel, and frankly, people need to eat the pie.
We need pie. What? My granddaddy always said, if you got a problem that you can't solve, helps to get out of your head. Pie, it's good.
Pie?
Yeah.
We've been doing smart stuff. We've been following clues, doing real police work. It might be time we do something stupid. Something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what? Now I want some pie, Kay. I want some pie. Let's go get some dumbass pie.
Sounds good.
As Kay would say. When you turn 18 and you finally get to be a sexual person in the world, you go a little crazy, as you do whenever you're exposed to anything new that excites you. It happened for lots of us when we turned 21 and we could drink for the first time. You're trying everything, you're getting as drunk as possible, you're having a grand old time, until eventually one day a really bad night fucks it up and you learn your lesson. Sex and porn is it's similar. You turn 18 and now you are allowed to put yourself out there. Do you want to? Are you prepared for the consequences of that? Do you know what the consequences of that are even going to be? Are these consequences that are fair for this action? I can't answer these questions. These have to be questions that come from you. It's just like anything else. You do something for long enough, you see the patterns, you learn what needs to be fixed and what you choose to preserve, and you learn what needs to change and what you want to fix. Maybe you need to learn more about it, pick up a little more books. Maybe you need to go out in the real world and have more real conversations with people who actually exist, and not just losing your shit online because it lines your bank account. I heard this thing on a TV show once, and of course it was a TV show, so in context it was fine, but you know how sometimes you just hear shit that just triggers you and sticks in your head and you're just like, no, is it just me? Is it just my special madness? Cool. Something along the lines of it's the parent's job to raise the kid for the way the world should be. No. You raise your kids so they can live and survive and thrive in the world as it exists. Period. You can share your thoughts and feelings and philosophical beliefs and religious traditions for how you think the world should be in accordance with you and your God and your cultures and your traditions. That's fine. But as that is how you raise a fascist psycho who cannot comprehend or see the value in other cultures. That's how you raise a powerful psycho who just goes around absorbing power, never questioning himself, never listening to anybody who criticizes him, and just goes on plowing, making the world in the way that you think it should be instead of how it is. Or even without any sort of... It's how you make a zealot! Alright, I think I have one last one here. What's the hottest sexting message you ever got? Goddess, I see through you. You just want... I don't know, we punish you for everything you've done to Allah over the years. Okay. First of all, I have no idea what you're talking about. Secondly, it's not my fault that my dad said the thing.
Full of hours on a beautiful day.
And third, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Allah doesn't need your help.
You notice how my heels haven't come on fire. I think that's because Allah knows that He can't stop me. Hey, water down my shoe. That side. Okay, thank you. That's dead dust off. Water. Thank you.
God doesn't need your help. Have you forgotten the whole, entire framework of the whole thing? Doesn't need your help. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. And hopefully I will see you soon. Either over on the naughty page or for the next reading video when I finish it. My God, it's such a monster. It's such a fucking monster. You're gonna love it though. Bye.